Alright, captains, it is time for the semi-premium Tier 8 Arpeggio of Blue Steel Cruiser ARP Takao. A merciless, fire-breathing beast that loves nothing more than charcoaling some ships, just like her sister ship, the Takao. What? Not to be confused with the barbecue pit. And that, of course, is as long as you can stay alive by any means necessary. It's not my proudest moment, captains. What are you gonna do? But it's moments like that that allows you to rack up some damage PDQ. I mean, look at the damage counter, look at the time index, and look at the number of fires. Went from 25 to 85 in 2 minutes. Granted, there was a torpedo strike in there, but holy crap, it can happen for you just like that. But fire damage aside, the straight up alpha damage of her HE shells are very impressive. You do tend to land a lot of shells on target at the same time, but holy crap. And of course, when you're not landing HE shells, you are landing some torpedo strikes. Devastating those nice pink electric balls of fury. Just wrecking the days of a lot of people. And speaking of wrecking, how about sit wrecking? Oh my goodness gracious, the AP on this thing is pretty beast because again, you do tend to land a lot of shells on target, and if they are AP, they are good night city, and sometimes even clutch city. Exhibit CV about to meet the ARP Haguru in a very bad way. Let's see if I can send some AP into some citadels. Good night. Oh my goodness, that was awesome. I just clutch AP, sit wrecking, keep our CV alive. Oh man, from the CV's point of view, oh my god, no. No, my mama, I love her. Tell her yourself. You're welcome. Now, speaking of sit wrecking, you can also be on the receiving side, and while I've not received the one-shot deletion, I have definitely taken some hits, but she is very fragile, just like her sister ship, the Takao. We all know about sit wrecking those things, huh? But that will happen. But if you can forego the deletion event, you can rack up some very impressive damage games very quickly without even blinking an eye. Alright, captains, the replay I have for you doesn't necessarily highlight everything awesome about the Takao, but it definitely has some tactics and strategies that are applicable not just to her, but to all ships with fire potential and torpedo damage potential. So sit back and enjoy. Alright, this match sees us top tier with a nice spread of tier 8s all throughout. On the map, Two Brothers. That's right, darling. It is the map Two Brothers. I think that's what she was saying. This, of course, is the Arpeggio Blue Steel Captain's Guide, so you get the lovely Arpeggio voices. Now, like I said, she is semi-premium, meaning she doesn't have all the same perks as the full premium Takao does. The only ones that really matter beyond the captain retraining and moving in the IJN line is just her detection range. You can see the numbers. The only thing that is different between the full premium Takao is the detection rating. 10.7 kilometers versus I think 10.4 base. Once you get full concealment specs, it goes to 9.7 and 9.4 respectively, which is great in any case because that means you have a 300 meter window from which you can fire torpedoes from concealment. Invisitorp time from a cruiser. That is just outstanding. Now you can look at my upgrades, pretty standard stuff. Although the second upgrade is the aiming mod that I have, and I am thinking about adding in the AA one instead, because if you ever go against a carrier who has semi-control of their faculties, they will delete you. Okay, so into the match we go, and we are going to head to the decap, following the Mayhem, and we have our sister Nachi with us. Now I'm going to kind of cruise forward because I do have a very nice detection, even though it's stock at 10.7. But you can see with my little torpedo ring there that I am almost reaching the far end of the decap, just in that zone where little scumbag DDs like to stop and pop smoke. Now our Nachi, he went north of the little island here, and I'm actually going to head south because the last thing I want to do is get caught in that little ruddy mixer with my pants down and broadside, because that is just a paddling begging to happen that I don't want it. So I'm going to scoot a little south, and to boot, our Mayhem is a little too deep for my liking. I would have liked him to be a little bit farther into the cap zone, maybe like where the D is, maybe spot some cruisers or a destroyer perhaps. But I still want to stay with them because we got two of us. We could really end the DD, and there are some torps right there. Exhibit destroyer torps right there. Oh, see, if our Mayhem was a little bit farther out, maybe we could have all engaged that destroyer. You know, probably the Kagero. Well, at least one of the Kageros is on this side. Now, looking at the mini-map, the enemy team has really gone hard towards the A cap. A lot of battleships, actually looks like all of their battleships are over there. But the only target of opportunity I have in front of me is the Norlands, kind of going in first gear, so let's see if I can land some hot lead on his decks. And oh, touchdown with 7,600 straight up HE damage. Granted, all 7 shells hit, or at least 7 shells hit. So that's 1,000 and change per shell, but damn, that's a nice number to see though when you strike it. And of course, the follow-up takes out 2 AA. Great. No shooting down with spotter aircraft for you today. All right, well, nobody is detecting me. I was slightly detected, so that means that the destroyer is at least somewhere north of the decap, kind of running. Yep, I'm detected again. So he's kind of running a little bit of a rear guard. Our battleships in A are, man, they are facing a lot of firepower, including one enemy destroyer. So, yep, there's one destroyer and the cruiser. Oh, man, we need to push forward. I'm typing to our little Mayhem, Ron, we need you north, mate. We need some eyes because we need to flank these guys. We need to put pressure on their backsides and pull some of them away from that A cap and relieve the pressure on our western fleet because they're in a world of shit over there right now, and we need to help. You know, when you push aside, guys, you gotta push it. If you are blocking it, you gotta block, and hope to hell that push can relieve the pressure by swinging around and shooting at some butts. And that's what I want to do. So let's get stuck in. I mean, I'm spotted right now, so that DD is well within my 10-kilometer detection range, and I'd like to put him down. So we got 5 minutes in, and I only shot at one New Orleans and just tickled them a little bit. Come on, guys. And I didn't even get the base assist capture. Okay. Never mind. Shake it off. All right, Bismarck. Nah, that doesn't look good. But, oh, Aoba. Oh, Aoba. Gotta shoot at the Aoba. See, if I had expert loader, guys, I could have swapped out to my AP rounds and rained down some heavy shells of AP and maybe sit wreck this guy, but instead I'm gonna hit him for pretty good damage. No fires. Alright, enemy Bismarck and Norlands, I would have liked to maybe get a couple of rounds out of them, but the enemy Aoba is kind of semi-notster, so let's see if I can light some fires on top of him. And oh, there's the enemy CAG. Popping smoke, kind of slowing down, so I'm gonna at least launch one set into that smoke at his last known pause. I lit the Aoba on fire, but he used his repair party. That means he is immune because he has the crap cruiser cooldown of like 2.5 seconds. I swear sometimes. So let's see if I can relight that Aoba on fire. And oh, somebody else did though. I think that Mayhem probably did, which is good. He's not gonna like that. He's shooting at my butt. That New Orleans is stuck in the middle. I think he's oriented back towards us, and looks like their Bismarck and maybe New Mexico are coming back into the B cap, so maybe mission semi-accomplished. Unfortunately, our western side is having a hellacious time still. We lost one of our battleships, and incoming from that New Orleans. He kind of tickled me a little bit. I actually binked a few of his stuff, but that's gonna be dangerous. That New Orleans, those AP shells, they can really rock and roll you. All right, Aoba is hating life. We both got wrecked. Let's see if I can at least put this Aoba down. None of my fishies met that Kagero. Boo, and good night, Aoba. All right, well, I am turning away because I am getting too close for comfort for these big uglies that are moving in. Destroyer, cruiser, and unfortunately our little Nachi is asleep at the wheel. We have a meeting of the minds. Let's scrape some paint. This is custom paint, man, come on. I do land some shots on that Kag, but I really want to turn, and this Nachi is just not interested. He's so not interested in going. He even shoots one of my turrets, damn it. Come on, brother. We need to turn. We need to get the hell out of here. This is not good. Hit the brakes, and I'm going to cut behind him and beat feet, because I do not want to keep heading in this direction, because all that's in front of us is an island. And we got a sister at Takao who looks like he's about ready to give a torp up the rear to that New Orleans in the middle. Oh, hilarious. Awesome. Sometimes, man, this game just is awesome. All right, 13 kilometers and closing from that New Mexico, so I am going to launch my fish at him. 10-kilometer torp range, 13 in closing. They should be able to meet somewhat. He is already skinny, so that's not the best angle to shoot at, but I want to give him some food for thought, because if I can light some fires on his decks, force out the repair party, then hit some torpedoes and cause some flooding, that is the 1-2 punch. The old shake and bake, rope-a-dope that you really want to do with the fire spewing potential and torpedo damage potential of these kinds of ships. And 6,000. Nice, 6,000 on that biz. I guarantee that looks like he put the fires out. I think he was burning in 2 spots, so 15 seconds are just about up. Let's send my fire breathers his way and connect for another fire. Sweetness, that's gonna burn for like 55 seconds, maybe over a minute. I think the Mex is still burning, but it doesn't look like any of my little fishies have made contact. Maybe still yet, but alright, I'm going to try to add another fire onto this biz and just end his day. Our Bismarck that came with us is turning around and running. I don't rightly blame him too much for that, but our Takao there in the middle now, he's in a world of hurt. Going CQB against a Bismarck and those gnarly secondaries. I do light a second fire on his decks, compounding his misery. He is not liking that in the slightest, but he is definitely looking at that Takao in a bad way, and he put a hurt on. I got knocked in the butt and knocked out my steering, so I did use my repair party, because I don't like that. I don't use last stand, guys. I use expert marksman because these turrets are slow and shit. But we are about ready to lose this Takao, who is in this shit, and he is done. He is reefed. And look at all that red. Look at the scores. Look at the ship counts. Not so good. Oi, 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 oi. We lost the Bismarck with this as well. Oh, man. And now our Nachi is running. And New Mexico is trying to chase him down as best in Mexico can with his slow-ass speed. And he's burning. I want to try to burn him some more. And I do connect with another fire, so that should be 2 on the New Mexico. And I don't think our Nachi's going to make it, but I wanted to try to turn back in and maybe launch some more metal fish at these boys. Again, try to compound some of this misery. And, take an incoming from that last biz. So 3 Bismarcks and a Takao up here north of me. We do lose the Nachi, and look at that. 4 ships now to 8 ships. Oi, 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 not so good, not so good. And 4 of those bad boys are right in front of me. Make that 3. Actually, no, make that 4 still. That's 3 Bismarcks and a Takao up here at the BCAT versus little old me. Oh, my word. So I have the Bismarck number 1, J, actually queued up for my torpedoes. So I'm going to fire kind of at him. And I'm going to use number 2 to fire at adamantine, and because I think they are gonna feel pretty confident and want to steam towards the decap at least, and try to kill a little Takao along the way, and hopefully have a meeting of the minds. But I do see the other. Oh, there is the enemy Takao, guys. He is honestly for me the most dangerous ship that is behind me right now. Ow, 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 ow. I mean, those Bismarcks, they could probably delete me if I showed too much of a broadside to them, and even not sometimes. But that Takao, that is danger number one for me, and I want to try to put him down. And besides, the Takao is probably, well, I want to put the Takao down. That's who I want to do. If I can spread some fires on top of those Bismarcks to boot, that is just icing on the cake. Doesn't look like, oh, I take a big shot. Probably I gotta be from one of those Bismarcks. Just pick one of them. And, oh, okay, incapacitate some mods. Come on, I need some fires though. None of those metal fishies land. Yeah, look at that. 3 Bismarcks. And the Takao. Oh, yo. What is an ARP to do? Light some fires. That's what you do. Okay, I landed one on the Takao. See if I can land another one, force out some repairs, damage controls, and all that jazz. As you can see, I'm using my damage control parties like they're going out of style. I land some more shells. Let's see if I can chuck some stuff at the Bismarck. I do launch my fishies at the Takao, thinking that he's going to try to chase me down because I do have a border that is kind of closing in on me. So I kind of need to start making my way south below this island without taking too much damage. And oh, I make contact with the Biz. Light a fire, and those little metal fishies are... Oh, no, they ain't gonna make it. The cow was turning. He's gonna be slow. Oh, I land another fire though. Nice, man. He is just hating the fire life right now. The Bismarck I lit on fire, he put out, so that means he is susceptible to fires yet again. And man, I am just taking incoming a lot of love, a lot of hot lead is coming my way. All these boys, and I lit another fire on adamantine. Bismarck number 2 is on fire. That should be enough to maybe put him down. I do want to be mindful of him. That other Takao is still burning something fierce. Oh, yo. Oh, I incapacitate a gun for a sec. Oh, yo. Stay skinny. Thank you, Lord Jesus. Okay, looks like his fires, he put the fires out, so he is susceptible to fires again. That Bismarck is still burning. Please die. And oh, there's the Confederate. And there are 3 fires landed on the Takao, who is no longer immune. Good night, Bismarck. Those 3 fires have stuck on that Takao. He is hating life, hating me. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh lordy, I KO one of his torpedoes on his port side probably. And just look at him melt down. 3 fires, Barbecue City. He is burning. There is the Witherer. The final shots on the enemy. Light him a fire again before I kill him. So I put 4 fires on his decks before I killed him to earn the arsonist. Oh my god. And now look at the scores, guys. 3v3. I gotta tell you, to be honest, I really wasn't paying attention, but our boys on the west side, they managed to somehow hang on and take out the last destroyer that was harassing them too. So, oh my god, good job y'all on the west side still, but holy Hannah Montana, can you believe that score now? But the game ain't over yet. We have 2 full health Bismarck plus whoever the hell that is down there at the J3 line. And yeah, I need to still put in some work because we got a Mick and a Bayern versus 2 Bizzes at least, and pretty healthy Bizzes. I mean, 56,000, 49,000, man. 100,000 plus points of damage in between them. That's a pretty healthy health pool right there. And I'm thinking that lost Bismarck number 3 is gonna turn in, seeing his brother Biz coming with him, and get a little confident, a little cocky. So I am going to launch my starboard side fish and anticipate arrival. And then I'm turning away because I know secondary ranges, sight ranges, but I do want to be able to light some fires on him and hopefully, again, pull out that damage control, repair parties, and do the old 1-2 punch. See if I can do that. Oh, well, I lit him afire. That's one. That may not be enough to pull out the repair party. I guarantee, yep, there comes secondaries, and I guarantee Bismarck number 2 is going to be shooting at me. Oh, come on, we need another fire. Oh, well, 4,400 points of health left. I got no more health charges left, too, so... well, am I getting torpedo hits at least? Please, please, please. Oh, I get 1 for high caliber. Nice, and 2 right on the tail. Oh my gosh, went from 50 and change to 14,000 points of damage. Unfortunately, I think he used his repair party because he's not bleeding out. Damn it. Well, it is time to hold my fire, pray to RNGesus, shake and bake the best I can. Oh, come on, little aircraft. Oh, and there you go. I am now in concealment, holding my fire, and because the Bismarck actually got lit afire by probably our Kudasov. Oh, and that's going to be good. That has stuck. That could take him down. It is really close. I'm looking at the ticker, looking at the clock, looking at that Bismarck, holding my fire. I know Bismarck number 2, Jay, is licking his chops like he knows if he can get eyes on a 4,400 hit point Takao, he's going to try to delete me. But I want to make sure this Bismarck dies. And good night from the buyer. Good job, boys and girls. Well, captains, we pulled that one out, didn't we, man? Gets 3 Bismarcks and a Takao and ended up sailing away. Holy crap, to victory. Strumming our song to the tune of 185,000 points of damage off of 2 torpedo strikes, 4 kills, 14 fires, only 2 floods though, to earn Confederate high caliber Dreadnought, Witherer, and Arsonist. Whew, man. My little palms are sweaty on that one, I tell you what. And we finished tops of the charts with 2,422 base XP. Whew. That was definitely a little bit of work put in on that one, huh, guys? not the highest necessarily base XP, but that's still pretty good for top tier 8. And of course, no base captures whatsoever. If I had captured a base or 2 or got that base assist, that probably would have put me over the 3,000 mark, but that's just straight kicking butt, kiting some battleships all along the way, lighting me some fires. And oh, what fires did I light? 14 for 67,000 points of damage. Look at that old 259 flooding. So yeah, my old 1-2 punch didn't quite work out for me this game, but I did land 2 torpedoes for almost 25,000 points of damage and 93,000 straight up damage from my HE rounds. I didn't use AP at all. I only really had 1 opportunity potentially to use it, and if I had expert loader, I could have used some AP and maybe sit-wrecked me in a old ball. But I don't, and I didn't. And after taxes with their premium count, reinstated 311,000 credits. Alright, captains, that was the semi-premium Tier 8 Arpeggio of Blue Steel Cruiser ARP Takao. This is a ship that you can actually, at the time of viewing this video live, earn for yourself. If you missed her the first time, or you're brand new to the game and say, I like this, I want to get me one of them, we'll compete in the game, put in some work, and at the end of the day, end of the month probably, you too could possibly have yourself an ARP Takao, the semi-premium Atago. But I tell you what, man, it is putting captains like me in a pickle. I never really was one for the Atago. My buddy Stormy was like, Fitch, you gotta get an Atago. She's awesome, she's awesome. I'm like, yeah, I got a mech. I like my mech. But after playing this game a lot, hot damn, Stormy might be right. Fitch might have to get himself a little Christmas present in the form of an Atago. Oh my goodness gracious. Because this thing is just beast. If you have the Atago, you get the premium modifier for the credit earning, and oh my lord, the amount of money you could probably make in that Atago is obscene, guys. If you look at my past premium videos, I always try to compare and contrast them to tech tree ships, but this ARP Takao, guys, it is almost straight up a like-for-like Atago, and there you go, you got it. So if you get this Takao, you like it, you love it, and want more of it, then you know that you're going to get your money's worth when you buy that Atago. Well, I hope you learned a little bit along the way. watching this video about the Takao and maybe even the Otago. But more importantly, I hope you guys enjoyed it. So thanks again, as always, for watching. And until next time, Captains, I will see you all in game. Have fun. Bear seas.